Okay, where are we at right now? We are on section 3. Yeah, we're barely on section 3. We got a lot to do to catch up on this. But yeah, we'll spend the next 2 hours until daily reset when the servers go down, to just go through go through to go through some more lost belt here. Guess I can do my front point roll here real quick. FGO has drops? No. I was streaming Star Rail earlier. That's why my stream title has drops in it. No, FGO doesn't have drops. It will never have drops. Because Lazangle doesn't believe in community interaction. But no, that's for Star Rail, man. I just didn't bother changing my title. Alrighty. Time for audiobook simulator. Just a quick warning, chat. We are on section 3, the first half of section 3. So yeah, if you guys haven't started Lost Belt 6 yet for whatever reason, and you still have plans to, read through the story yourself, we are now getting to kind of spoiler territory. So just warning you guys right now, if you guys are not that far into Lost Belt 6 yet, then yeah, might be a good time to come back later. Maybe come back tomorrow for Whale Wars. So yeah, just giving you guys fair warning now. But yeah, we'll just be reading through Lost Belt 6 as I give characters terrible accents and terrible voices, because this is audiobook simulator with terrible voice acting. Woohoo! So yeah, here's 1 million QP, yeah, and it ain't shit. Alright, bye chat, and bye, take care, Gabe. I'm sorry that you can't stick around. I'm assuming that you don't want to get spoiled now, so yeah, we'll catch you next time, man. Take care. Alright, let's move on with this. I can't hear the fucking music, or the in-game music. Hopefully there's some in-game music going. Appreciate the warning though. We're pretty early on, so we haven't really hit major spoiler territory. The first couple of sections have just been initial shenanigans and world building and trying to establish okay, what are the what are this Lost Belts what the fuck is going on here? Do you have it muted in game? I specifically unmuted my game beforehand, so I'm assuming just this section doesn't have any music associated with it. But yeah, I made sure to go to my menu first and then unmute the game before starting up. Okay. Alright, let's get started. So, she wants us to get rid of the Calamity in Norwich, huh? I didn't think she'd be the one to bring it up. Yeah, there we go. It's not muted. Okay, yeah, now I hear the music. I don't know much about these calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I have heard plenty of stories. Apparently, they're a kind of natural disaster that befalls Fairy Britain every 100 years. I've heard about these calamities too, and I've also already told Tuhu about them. Norwich is a port town in eastern Britain, and apparently, it's been showing signs that it'll be the home of the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's a ton of black soot rising into the air that's gathered above it like rain clouds. Aurora said that she'd permit us to ring the bell as long as we can resolve this calamity, right? So, we need to disperse these clouds of soot, huh? Unfortunately, I never learned any magecraft that could do that. Well, that's okay. Norwich is a tall enough order that I think we can forget about it for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurora is helping us do that, we should receive word about her whereabouts in a few days. So all you guys need to do is wait at the inn until then. Then again, doing nothing might not be the best use of our time. Okay, I'll send you a list of things that you can do to earn money and gather information later then. Yeah, Da Vinci. Well, I thought about what Coral said, and I probably should see about paying my tabs before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you guys again. I'll see you all again 3 days. And he's out of here. There. That should get them to rest up in Salisbury at least a little more. Meanwhile, I've got my work cut out for me. First, I'll need to go find out what's going on in Norwich. Hey, it's Yuzu. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. What the fuck? Welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have oh god, that is Celtic, I think. How far have Knarried's forces advanced? Yeah, sausage. Sausage. Huh? Another child of prophecy has shown up there? I definitely wasn't expecting that. Einzel didn't say anything about there being two of them in her prophecy. This puts Artoria in an even more precarious position. I thought I'd have more time. Yes, of course Artoria is the real child of prophecy. That much was never in doubt. But it won't matter who the real one is. What matters will be who the fairies believe is the real one. Still, it's not all bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecy in the north is bound to draw Morgan's attention, which means Artoria and Tuhu should be safe for now. That'll give me more time to ensure they grow stronger. They're not ready for Norwich just yet. They need to experience Britain for themselves, and to gain the power to adapt to and conquer its challenges. Do we really have time for that, you say? You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanca? We gotta take your time with the opening act. That's how it was for us at first, too, remember? I'm kind of surprised that we don't have, like, Groomer Oberon memes yet. Given how he's acting so far. Fucking groomer-ass tendencies. Ooh, Mori's playing some Minecraft. Have her stream up inside there. Hey Denizev, how's it going, man? We should have housewife entertainer Oberon memes by now. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, get it on r/grand order. I'm dying. God, these days, like, whenever I breathe in too fucking fast, God, it's very easy for me to start fucking choking, man. Even before previous times that I did audiobook simulator and, you know, terrible voice acting, I didn't fucking choke on my own fucking air this much, goddamn. I didn't get this many voice cracks either. Maybe I'm just getting old. Body's falling apart. Too much gotcha. He's allergic to reading. I mean, it does take a lot out of me these days, so. Oh no, I'm fine. I was just nervous, since I'm not used to speaking with the head of an entire clan. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I think I'm just going to turn in for the night. Let's meet up here again tomorrow morning, okay? Bye for now. Yeah, #1 Coomer killer. Yeah, reading. Or gotchas. Gotcha games are the leading cause of death amongst the Coomer weebs. Looks like we'll have to readjust our perceptions of her too. Come on, Tristan. Let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's still safe to do so. Okay, that's everything that's happened so far in a nice, tidy report. It's all yours now, Typhon. Take it away, my little familiar. There, that takes care of our report to the Storm Border. We should hear back from them in about 2 days. Now, let's go over everything we've learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but the Child of Prophecy who's supposedly going to defeat her, right? Yep. The truth is, we've been dropping our guard around her a little too much. At first, we thought it was just a coincidence that she shared a name with King Arthur and didn't think about it any further, but we can now say for certain that she is this Lost Belt's King Arthur. Ah, yes. She looks like King Arthur and has the same name as King Arthur, but it's just a coincidence, right? Jesus fucking Christ. Da Vinci, you're supposed to be a genius. I'm sure I don't need to remind you two that Chaldea already confronted the legends about King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity, but I still think it's worth our time to quickly refresh our memories of those legends, just so that we're all on the same page. Yeah, she even smells like King Arthur, but wait, how would we know that? Sniffa. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, a time when Britain was in great turmoil. It began with the collapse of the Continental Empire, with the empire no longer keeping Britain safe. It came under frequent attack by the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the sea to attack British shores. At the time, Britain was an island nation ruled by many different clans and those clans as kings. While there were always constant squabbles between the clans, there was also a war with the Picts up in the north, where the clans as kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreparable rift in this alliance. Does she taste like King Arthur? Monka W. He used the other clans for his own ends, with the goal of ultimately uniting all of Britain. Is this King Arthur's dad? I forget what his dad's name was. Was it Vortigern? Oh no, was it his uncle actually? Maybe uncle? King Vortigern or something? I forget. Yeah, Vortigern. Yeah, Uther was King Arthur's dad, and Vortigern was his uncle, I think, right? Yeah, this is the using the other kings to his own benefit thing. Felt like something Vortigern would do, or it sounded like something Vortigern would do. He was said to be the avatar of a white dragon born from Britain itself, made to bring it to ruin. Vortigern invited the Saxons to the Isle, throwing it into chaos. Londinium, the fortress city that served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was destroyed. Vortigern then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king in all of Britain. And so, Britain entered a dark age, a time where none on the island could escape its imminent destruction. However, hope still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide, Merlin, the great mage who had long kept Britain safe, and couldn't do so when the Saxons invaded, yeah, fucking useless. All my homies hate Merlin, told people that this too was all part of the prophecy. King Uther has already chosen his successor. They shall be the next king. Whoever draws the sword of selection from this stone shall be Britain's king. Many knights tried their hand at drawing the sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights had all left, convinced that the sword of selection was no more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without ever knowing he was King Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone with no one there to bear witness. That sword was Caliburn. And that boy did indeed go on to become the King of Britain, Arthur Pendragon, the Knight among Knights. Or as we know her, Artoria Pendragon. After announcing himself as King Uther's successor, King Arthur assembled the lords of Britain and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. In doing so, he proved himself an invincible king, the undefeated King of Knights. But unbeknownst to him, the Saxons weren't his only enemy. The greatest threat the King of Knights faced came within his own family, or came from within his own family. Vortigern, the avatar of the White Dragon, who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, and brought Britain to its knees. Morgan, the Fairy Queen, who declared it was Britain's very will that she become its ruler. Morgan's machinations succeeded in robbing the King of Knights of Caliburn, but the fairies gave him an even greater sword. That sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within the planet's inner sea. In the world of magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. In laying claim to the sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and deed. Yeah, boy, sausage. After a climatic battle with Vortigern in the ruins of Londinium, King Arthur, with help from the fairies, built the towering white castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the Isle came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights. They became the Knights of the Round Table, where all were treated as equals. It's a bit odd telling the story with Tristan here, but this is how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. Lancelot, the knight from France, blessed by the Lady of the Lake. Gawain, the heir of Orkney, blessed by the sun. Tristan, nephew to the Duke of Cornwall and the Prince of Tragedy. He, well, you, are also said to be the symbol of the Romantic period. That's right. Those are the proud knights of the Round Table, my cherished friends who filled its 13 seats. Sturdy Percival, clever Kay, loyal Bedivere, earnest Gaheris, kind-hearted Gareth, Agravain the Enforcer, Palamedes the Duelist, Taciturn Mordred, and the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad the Revelation. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat, you could also count King Pellinore, King Arthur's trusted advisor, and Bors, the future 11th seat, for 15 in total. At any rate, those are the Knights of the Round Table I knew when they were at their peak. Yeah, the Knights of the Round Table's peak is also the happiest time in the legend of King Arthur. While other problems would present themselves in the quest for the Holy Grail and in the decisive battles against the Picts and the Saxons. It was the affair between Lancelot and Guinevere, King Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Once their affair became to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of their former selves. During an expedition to the Roman Empire, Mordred took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. That was the beginning of what would be later known as King Arthur's final battle, the Battle of Tamlin. It was in this battle that King Arthur drew his final breath. Mordred? Did I say Mordred? King Arthur drew his final breath. Bedivere personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies, and the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. After that, King Arthur's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise at the world's end, by the fairies of the lake, as the future king who would one day return to life. And that's a quick and dirty version of the legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. So, with all that in mind, let's get back to the British Lost Belt here. In proper human history, King Arthur drew the Sword of Selection while he was still an unknown boy, and amidst the hope, envy, admiration, and prejudice of the other knights, ascended to the throne as king. Meanwhile, here in Fairy Britain, Artoria may still be unknown and unrecognized, but even so, she wields the staff of selection, and she was traveling across Britain on her own as the Child of Prophecy. So she's got the same name, the same face, and the same destiny. No way all that can be coincidence. Yeah, surely not. Which means Artoria Castor, or Castoria, is this world's King Arthur. She's destined to be Britain's savior. Britain's savior, huh? But why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2019. 2019, more like 2023. If she is really Britain's savior, shouldn't she have shown up in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure why her story is taking place now either, but I did overhear one interesting thing from some local fairies. Apparently, the Child of Prophecy is the reincarnation of Ace. How did we say her? Say that name again. Say that name again. Ace the Savior, and was sent here to save Britain once again. Yep, or at least it's the same name. Hey, Chino Azteca, hey, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for the 27-month resub with Twitch Prime. Thanks so much for the continued support, man. 27 months, that's like over 2 years. So, greatly appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Once Morgan began ruling Britain, she officially named this period of time the Era of the High Queen. And the timing lines up exactly with when proper human history changed to AD. But while proper human history stopped in the year AD 2019, in this world, the year 2019 of the Era of the High Queen is still unfolding. And the previous era, aka BC in proper human history terms, is called the Fae Era. Ash, okay, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember now, Ash. Ash is just Old English for, that's just the Old English spelling? Okay. So, Ash. Hopefully I remember that. Furthermore, during the Fae era, there was apparently a fairy who saved Britain from the calamities countless times. Ash, the Savior. Apparently, there are only a few fairies left who still remember her. Ector the Immortal, Grand Duke, Waste Heat, Rhineck, what the fuck? Grimmer the Sage, and Totrot, the First Knight. But they still speak of her legend in hushed tones. So if a savior showed up in this world before, that may mean Fairy Britain has a system for such things. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isle itself uses to fight back when Britain is in danger. And if that's true, it would explain why Artoria was only born now, in this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen freaking Morgan here. Who else but King Arthur would fight her? I mean, that doesn't explain where King Uther is. Because isn't King Uther's, but isn't Artoria supposed to still be, you know, King Uther's son? Where's Uther then? What happened to him? And Fairy Britain, that is. Why would we think that anyway? Why would we still think, what, is Morgan really the bad guy here? Is our intuition really that good? I mean, we've been through a lot of Lost Belts, I guess, but... Anyway, that took longer than I expected, but now that we've gone over everything, I'm going to make 2 suggestions. First, I think we should continue working with Castoria. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this Lost Belt, it does seem pretty clear that we'll need to face High Queen Morgan at some point. Yeah, we're definitely not going to destroy this Lost Belt. Surely we won't have to, right? And when we do, having the Child of Prophecy on our side can only work to our advantage. And second, I think we should keep our goal, including Chaldea's whole deal, to ourselves. It's fine to tell her about proper human history. Hell, it'd be impossible to communicate if we didn't. But we shouldn't reveal that we've eliminated 5 other Lost Belts to date. Yeah, that might not be the best idea. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this world, even for a Lost Belt, and there's still way too much we don't know. So until we have a much better understanding of what's going on here, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we eventually end up having to fight it after saving it. That's right. I'm sorry, Tuhu. I know that won't be easy for you. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse from destroying our world, and go our separate ways with a smile without ever having to do battle with Britain. Haha, haha, haha. Well, now that you mentioned it. Yeah. Surely we'll have a happy ending, right? Surely. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, man. Surely. Surely. Ain't no way. Who was I trying to bond level again? I think, you. Pretty much hardened to all the baggage of destroying, 5 Lost Belts already, yeah. Like, oh, here we go, here we go committing another genocide again, woohoo! Well, to be fair for Lost Belt 6, we're not causing the genocide, because, you know, Lost Belt 6 was going to collapse on its own anyway at some point, so. We're just speeding up the process. Morning everyone. Hope you don't mind that I had breakfast before you. You've got to try this bread. It's so soft and yummy. Apparently they make it from, oh right, wheat. Yeah, seems that way. Too bad, since they have some of the highest quality wheat I've ever seen, even compared to proper human history. Haha, that's right. Da Vinci taught me how to make it. I had no idea you could use flour like that. All this time I've practically been sitting on a gold mine. So, this fairy lives in this grand building, but he is ignorant of the true value of flour. It seems there are significant knowledge gaps between individual fairies. Or rather... Yep, there are basically two types of fairies. Those who only superficially copy human civilization, and those who are interested in its inner workings. Most fairies are copiers who are just satisfied just playing pretend. The thing about fairies is they can do anything without human technology, so they don't have to know about how it works. You know how when cars get more reliable, there's less need for drivers to repair them? Well, that's not really true, but... And so, over time, there are fewer drivers who know how their cars work. It's a lot like that. Oh, okay, as in that way? I was about to say, like, well, you know, you still need to bring it to, like, fucking maintenance. But if you're talking about, like, drivers, and yeah, most people who drive cars have no idea how the fuck their cars work. Including me. What do you mean cars need gas? Yeah. What do you need? What do you mean your car needs to change their oil every now and then? I already put oil in my car. Yeah, same here. I'm fucking clueless. I'm just like, oh, my car needs a fix. I'll just bring it to the fucking dealership so they can take care of it. Yeah. I just drive. Whenever fairies feel like, you know, having bread, they could just create some from their own magical energy. Easy peasy. But the bread they create that way is just an imitation of bread they've had before, like it was 3D printed. Basically, fairies can't experience culture without some kind of originating data to work from. Even Mike here used to be a typical copier. It was only when I started working here that he began caring about the details. It's true. I was a real dull fairy until I met Da Vinci. But now, every day is more fun than the last. I love being alive. Breathing is fun. Damn, I didn't know Kaguya-sama was reincarnated in the form of a dwarf in Lost Belt 6. Breathing is fun. 3D printing bread magically, of course. I used to think preserving humans was a waste of time, but not anymore. Lady Aurora's right. We need humans if we're gonna enjoy our lives. If there's one thing humans are good at, it's making technology. They come with all sorts of fascinating things you just don't see in nature. Sure, some of those things aren't like fun or tasty, like iron and gunpowder. But I've come to think of humans as our equals now. Hey, heck, I'd even say I respect them. When the last owner left this pub to me, I thought it was just gonna be nothing but a pain in the neck. But now I know better. Yeah, joy to be alive. Yeah, let me fix that real quick. Life is a disease, and I will cure it for you. I will cure you of your disease. We need something to live for. Something we want to do for our own sakes, not just to fulfill our purpose. There's no way I'm ever gonna go back to just plain old living again. There's the emotional hook to get us tied to the NPCs. Ha 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 ha. Classic. Well, there you have it. In general, fairies are really pure of heart, or to put it another way, easily influenced. And that's not true, Da Vinci. It's all because of you. Not even Lady Aurora ever got me to change my mind like this. Okay, Mike. In that case, maybe you could learn how to say my name properly already. What do you mean? I am saying it properly. Oh right. I've also got a message for you guys from Oberon. He said to tell you to come to Salisbury's fields for an important learning experience. Huh? A learning experience? Yeah, pure of heart. Keck. Nightingale would be proud. You are terminally ill. I recommend... Well, I probably shouldn't finish that sentence. probably should not finish that sentence. Let's see here. I'll just use my Mystic Code on here. I kind of wish I got Morgan's Buster cards on next turn. Why does it have to be now? Wheat Hunter, yeah. Kind of a funny name. It's like, wow, these guys are some oversized crows if I've ever seen them. Your internet shat itself, so you have to deal with it? Okay. Here's another Moors. Actually. Blob. Blob. More Moors? More! Ooh, small bell. Small bell. Oh, so that's how you're supposed to get rid of those pesky birds. I had no idea. I just kept asking them nicely if they would leave, but they just wouldn't listen. Fields are delicate things. At times, they require bolder tactics. But I also understand and respect a kind inclination to not hurt the birds if you don't have to. So I suggest leaving a straw likeness of yourself in the field. It will help to deter such behavior. This way, the birds will mistake that likeness for you and start by attacking that, which should buy you enough time. Buy you enough time to do, well, something. Oh my, really? I never would have thought of that. Are you some kind of genius? Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. Yeah, you killed him with Morgan, totally. Was Tristan always like that? Well, pretty much. He might seem like he's got his head up on straight, but most of the time it's actually up in the clouds. Still, he can be the perfect knight, at least as long as he has someone to keep him on track. As soon as the Knights of the Round Table see a lady with huge tits, awooga, humana humana, awooga. As soon as anybody, any of the Knights of the Round Table sees a pretty lady, awooga. Anyway, the caveat that they're also fairy-made imitations of human society aside, what did you think of Salisbury's fields? True. Regardless of how they got there, the fields themselves are the genuine article. Apparently, agriculture has been a big deal up in North Britain for a long time now, but it was never too popular in the South. It wasn't until Aurora stepped in that Salisbury finally got serious about it. I've seen small fields back in my village, but I've never seen any so big and open before. I wonder why they weren't more popular up until now. Well, we always had to abandon them whenever the Moors showed up. There aren't many Moors in the north, so there was nothing stopping them from making fields up there. But here in the south, we see Moors all the time, so the only ones who could venture outside the city are really strong fairies. The Fang clan can apparently hold out for a little while by telling themselves that death and war are intertwined, but for weaker fairies like me, without any astrality, general knowledge of other worlds, I like how she slips in that definition for us. We can't even touch the Moors without putting ourselves at risk. And even if the Moors weren't a problem, we'd still have to remake the fields every 100 years anyway. You're talking about the Calamities, aren't you? Are you scared of them too, even though you all live forever? Of course we are. The only fairies who can survive a calamity are the ones allowed to live in Camelot. All the rest of us can do is suffer and disappear. There's not a fairy in all of Britain who doesn't fear the Calamities. I'm not even sure how much longer Lady Aurora can hold on to her glow, not after what happened in Norwich. Make no mistake, now that a calamity has come for Norwich, Salisbury has to be next. And when it does, not even Lady Aurora will survive. I'm not sure. The Calamities have always been undefined. Excuse me. It's said that they take a different form every time they appear. Hey, Mr. Walks, how's it going, man? Thanks for making me use those thumbnails for the future videos. But yeah, we're just doing some audiobook simulator now until FGO goes down for maintenance. And yeah, if you're rolling for Melusi and Mr. Walks tomorrow, I assume, then yeah, best of luck. Excuse me. Let's see. I think the last one was the Calamity of Resurrection, which erased all of Darlington. I don't even want to think about what kind of terrifying calamity we'll see next. Why did I have to be born now? Why couldn't my predecessor have held out for just 10 more years? Jesus. Doing the smart thing, you're actually holding out, waiting until December. Oh, okay. That's fine too then. Yeah, that's fine. No, never mind that. Why won't the High Queen open up Camelot to all of us? If she would just let us weather the calamities for a year in Camelot, we'd never have to worry. I see. So you also have grievances with the High Queen. You know, there have been anti-Queen movements popping up around the country. If you want to protest their decisions, maybe you could join one of those? Huh? No. I'm not that upset about it. But besides, I can't even imagine defying her. I might be afraid of the calamities, but I'm even more afraid of the Queen's army. There's more to the Queen's power than just having, you know, enough magical energy to cover all of Britain. After all, she also has a troop of highly trained fairy soldiers, as well as knights under protection who command them. Tristan of the Bewitched Bow, Gawain of the Sun, and Lancelot, the Light of the Lake. As long as those three Tamlin are around, nobody can hope to defy the Queen. Huh? Tristan's like, oh. Say what? Let's see. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. These guys don't know about the Tamlin, the fairy knights. It's like, Nani the fuck? I wonder why they're all so shocked. Castor is just clueless. Why are they so shocked? Huh? Emergency meeting now. Well, we need to talk about the three Tamlin that have apparently been serving High Queen Morgan this whole time. Also, you already knew about them. You already knew about them, Artoria? Well, yeah, sure. Everyone in Fairy Britain does. Why? Are they a problem? Oh yes, this is as shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes up. The fuck? What do you mean by that, Tristan? Artoria, can you please tell us everything you know about them? Okay. I guess I can cover the basics easily enough. It's stuff every fairy in Britain knows. The three Tamlin are fairies High Queen Morgan has bestowed with names from otherworldly knights. They're the most powerful beings in fairy Britain, exceeded in magical energy only by the queen herself. You think Neurofest will be after Oberon then? We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, we don't know when Neurofest is gonna show up, because we should have had Neurofest by now, if we stuck with JP's schedule, but obviously we can't. So we'll see if Oberon, we get Oberon before Neurofest. If we do, that's going to really shake up our Neurofest, farming. Not that it really matters to like me, but for many other people, it should make it a lot easier at least. Yeah, Neurofest with Oberon would be fucking dope. Yeah. Like, we do have precedent for getting, I mean, this happens every year, this happens every anniversary, obviously, of, us getting our anniversary servant before, like, a couple events. So every time we get, every time any anniversary shows up, we get the anniversary servant, we're able to play, like, one event, I think, that JP couldn't play that event with, their anniversary servant for that year. But, like, if they take it a step further and we get Oberon before Neurofest, that'd actually be pretty dope. Neurofest Coin Sky will already be big. Yeah, exactly. So imagine if they throw Oberon at us. It probably won't happen, to be honest with you. It probably won't. We probably won't get Oberon in time for Neurofest. They'll probably throw Neurofest straight at us right away, right after anniversary stuff is over. But like, if Kanoyoshiki's really wants to go that far for NA and drop us Oberon before Neurofest shows up, that'd be pretty sick, actually. App pens were already making it better, yeah. And we knew we were already gonna get Coin Sky before Neurofest as soon as we saw the Lost Belt 6 release schedule. So, but yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. They're also impervious to Moors corruption, so they're the ones who can handle them whenever a group of Moors shows up. Huh, come to think of it, they're known as the Guardians of Britain, sworn to the service of the High Queen. The Knights of the Round Table. It's like, huh, now that I think about it. Good luck on the whale war too. Yep, we'll see if we can come out on top tomorrow. But we'll see. No, I suspect it's little more than a sly dig. Morgan always had a gift for those. Of course, that assumes the Morgan from this Lost Belt has the same personality as the one I know. Why? Do you all have some sort of attachment to the phrase round table or something? We are just talking about a circular table, right? It's super cute how downright clueless Castoria is. She's so fucking clueless. Oh my god. The more I read Castoria's lines, the more I like her. She's so fucking clueless. It's actually adorable. It's almost making me feel better about spending 4,100 Saint Quartz for her MP5, or technically MP6. Surely you guys are just talking about a round table, right? A literal round table. Like, why do you guys care so much about a round table for? Oh god, that much? Yeah. Yeah. Castoria is my most expensive MP5/MP6 to date, yeah. Before it used to be like Tomalancer and then Merlin, but now I'm saying Castoria, because I know for a fact Castoria cost me over 4,000 Saint Quartz. Like, the total came up to like 4,100 something. I even made a tweet about it, so I could probably dig up my tweets from like a year back and confirm. But yeah, it was bad. So you can imagine how happy I am with Morgan. So with Morgan only costing me only barely over 1,000 Saint Quartz. Yeah, shapes love them. Ooh, cute shapes. Well, I don't see any way around it. We're just gonna have to tell her about what happened in proper human history. Artoria, our world also has a version of Morgan. though in our case it was during the 5th century, about 1600 years ago. There was also a certain king who defeated her, thereby uniting Britain and ushering in an age of peace. That king was known as Arthur, but her true name was Artoria Pendragon. Hey, that's my name. Quite the coincidence, right? It's just a coincidence, right? It's just a coincidence, right? Clueless. It's not just a coincidence. You two are most likely the same person. What I'm about to say may shock you, but try not to freak out. In our world, you were Britain's great unifier, a king loved and respected by countless knights across the land. Kaisar is like... That's right, you were the ideal king, chosen by the Sword of Selection, and trained by Merlin himself. You did pretend to be a man during your reign, but aside from that, you were the picture of integrity. As King Arthur, you commanded many lords from all across Britain. Think of them as the equivalent of Fairy Britain's 6 clans. And from those lords, you chose the finest knights to be your Knights of the Round Table, a group of warriors with no equal. In fact, full disclosure, Sir Tristan there is one of them. So, from our perspective, knowing that the Knights of the Round Table serve Morgan here is like learning that a group of heroes you always looked up to are now working for the baddest of bad guys. Can you blame us for being surprised? Are you listening to me, Artoria? She just fucking passes out. Yay, they liked me. She just fucking passes out. Wow. I guess I really am the child of prophecy then. Part of me always thought that maybe this was all just a big misunderstanding, but now I'm a little more willing to believe it, at least. I mean, Grandpa always said that I was born at the same time as the Staff of Selection. Maybe I really can't do this after all. Tags mind break. Oh no. In fact, maybe I'll take a page from this Pendragon's person's example and, you know, save all of Britain too. Haha. It can't be that hard, right? Plus, we even have a Knight of the Round Table here. You know, when I first heard you shared a name with that Tristan, I thought you must be a pretty bloodthirsty guy. But you know, now I know that you were actually a Knight of the Round Table yourself. That's so cool. While I'm certainly glad to hear you speak so highly of me, what do you mean bloodthirsty? Don't tell me that Tristan here is... She's said to be the cruelest, most short-tempered, and wantonly violent of all the fairy knights of the Round Table. Her nicknames are the Fairy Killer and Tristan of the Bloody Heel. They say she's killed almost 400,000 fairies in the 100 years she was appointed as a Tamlin. And Tristan's like, huh? But you're nothing like her, Tristan. Seeing you fight beside two is kind of like, well, watching a flower dancing in a storm. You always maintain your composure and strive to be a gallant and do your best no matter what the circumstances. There aren't many people like that in Fairy Britain. So the fact that you're putting your trust in me, even though we're from different worlds, is really encouraging. Well, that's... yes. Indeed, that is how I try to conduct myself. Well, that said, I guess there really is more to being a Tamlin than just the title, huh? Hang on, you said that in your world, Tamlin Tristan was appointed 100 years ago, long after Tristan from proper human history. So, if this Tristan is the original, that would make the Tamlin an imitation. But that would mean, has Morgan known about proper human history for more than 100 years? Dun dun dun! The plot thickens! Just like Morgan's titties. Well, I wasn't planning to tell Artoria about King Arthur like this, but I think we should still be fine. Plus, we got to find out about the Tamlin. Really, if we'd run into one of them without any foreknowledge, I think I might have actually died from shock. Anyway, while this Lost Belt's Tristan and Gawain may not look like the ones we know, the fact that they share a name must mean they have many of the same traits as well, right? Surely. So we can expect that this Sir Tristan used to use Failnaught and Sir Lancelot to wield, Arondite. Yeah, stuff be cooking. He's in Artoria's room. Said he had something he wanted to talk to her about. Sausage. The White Dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it was still known as the Isle of the Ancient Sacraments. Vortigern, the cowardly king. The fury of Britain, and the personification of its desire to reject the age of humanity. And then there was the avatar of the Red Dragon, born and raised in stark contrast to Vortigern, or Artoria Pendragon. The king who protected the people of Britain, preserved its kingdom, and established a human world. While fairies and sacrament may have faded away from Britain as a result, her efforts did succeed at preserving British culture and passing it on to later generations. Strength isn't what made Artoria king. She became king because she fought for Britain's future. That's also why her knights agreed to set aside their differences and join her at the round table. That's right. We all saw hope. We all saw hope in our king. She was always cool-headed in battle, fair and impartial in politics, and above all, she truly loved all of Britain. Even with her small stature, she would face down enemies many times her size, and strength without fear of injury. She really sounds like an amazing king. Indeed, she was. I have never known anyone braver, or more disciplined, or more proud. That said, even she didn't start out as a perfect king. After she drew the sword of selection, she trained with Merlin and Sir Kay day and night for years on end, and that is why you needn't try to rush things now, Artoria. It's not a matter of you sharing a name with King Arthur, it's a matter of you sharing her vision. So please, have confidence in yourself. Have confidence! I know you can do this. and Castoria is just like, but no confidence. We all saw her in a swimsuit, so yeah, that was a factor too. King Arthur, a truly accomplished version of me from another world. Man, that's amazing. She must have worked so hard. Alright, next up. Let's see, let's try going for a K-scope here. Oh yeah, this battle just ends at the 3 turns, so don't really have to worry about it too much. I'm back. You should have seen me out there, Mike. I somehow managed to complete 3 tough Oberon quests all in a row. Oh, wow. It sounds like you're getting kind of desperate. Why don't you have an apple water on the house? Thanks, Mike. That's so considerate of you. You're really getting the hang of this pub owner thing. Oh, cut it out, Da Vinci. It's all thanks to you, my perfect angel. Creep. Lolicon spotted. First, we arbitrated a dispute between a wind fairy and an earth fairy over who had the right of sunlight on a main road. Then we had to run a safety check on all the mysterious items, which turned out to be a bunch of bouquets that had been sent to the head of the Wind Clan. And finally, we had to subdue an out-of-control wind fairy who had been unlucky in love for the past 30 years and wanted to have a romance with a human. Surprisingly, none of this was at all easy, but that does make completing them all the more satisfying. Why did we need to do these in the first place? He likes the cute and funny. Oh no. Oh right, I almost forgot. You there, the human. Too, was it? You got a guest up in your room, and trust me, she's not the kind of fairy you want to keep waiting. A guest? To see Tuhu? Ah, it's Coral. So, this is a human bedroom, hmm? It's not so different from ours. No, that's not right. We wouldn't even have rooms like these if not for humans. Really, we're the ones who should be thanking them. Does Small Vinci acknowledge that they were originally a man and chose to be a female in resemblance to Mona Lisa? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Original Da Vinci caster knows that she was a guy in like actual human history, but then she willingly gender bent herself because, you know, blah blah blah. She considers herself a different person than the OG. I mean, I can see that, but from what I remember reading of her lore, what I understand is Da Vinci knows that she was a guy in the past, but then she gender bent herself into a girl to be able to either mimic the Mona Lisa or to, you know, literally become art herself or something like, or some shit like that, because, you know, Da Vinci's a genius, so why not encompass that entirely? Something. So, you're back, human. You did well with the farm incident yesterday. As a wind fairy myself, you have my thanks. Disney already did a movie for Camelot. I mean, what haven't they made a movie about? We may have received word of your missing companion. Every human captured in South Britain is taken to a ranch out west, and a new human was brought there 3 days ago. It may be the one you've been searching for. If you wish to go rescue it, I'll arrange for a guide to show you the way. Tonight, I'll have a few soldiers stationed outside Salisbury. You are to rendezvous with them and finish your rescue before the night is over. I also have a message from you from Lady Aurora. She said, I hope you find your friend there. Well, don't thank me. Thank Lady Aurora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my post. I don't know what it is that brought you here, and I know I'm in no position to offer advice, but you should know that the ranch belongs to the High Queen, and that it is very well guarded. Is she acting like that because we're human and she's a fairy, so, you know, she likes being next to humans or whatever? Wow. When they said it'd take 2 or 3 days, I didn't expect them to actually come through that fast. Impressive. So this human was brought in 3 days ago then, huh? Then we don't have a moment to waste. I don't know what kind of facility this ranch is, but now is not the time for cowardice. I agree. Oberon might not be back yet, but seeing as we have a guide, I'm sure he'd be fine with it. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Artoria? This matter really only concerns us, so we'd understand if you'd rather stay behind. I'd be glad to help. Plus, I'm dying to find out what the real Mash is like since I inadvertently used her name for a while. And besides, I'm feeling a lot more confident after these last few days. I wonder why. Be it infiltration, lockpicking, or brewing sleep potions, I'm sure I can handle it just fine now with my Merlin Magecraft. You'll have to tell us more about this Merlin Magecraft later, though. Actually, has Castoria met Merlin herself, actually? I'm assuming she has, yeah, because we know from the prologue, we fucking talked to Merlin himself. So yeah, he must exist here as well, in some way, shape, or form. It would seem those soldiers there are our guides. This is quite a surprise. I thought these soldiers would be fairies, not humans. Oh yeah, most of Salisbury's soldiers are actually human. They may not hold a candle to fairies when it comes to sheer combat ability, but they have no problem with using weapons, and above all, the Moors don't pose any immediate threat to them. So yeah, human soldiers are basically the fairies as Moors' countermeasure. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. That's actually kind of smart. Most of the clans treat them as disposable tools, but Aurora sees the value in human soldiers, even appointing the more talented ones to serve as their personal guards, yeah, as we saw earlier. Remember the ones we saw protecting the Great Cathedral? The fact that they were so strong is proof that Aurora has given those humans various rights. I'm just a little nervous. I've never been around, like, so many humans before. It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, I'm obviously fine with you. Quiet. They've noticed us, too. Hey, you there, the suspicious-looking ones. You the outsiders Coral told us about? I can't believe you actually showed up. Ugh, why now of all times? This is exactly the sort of pain in the ass I don't need. Oh well, if this is what Lady Aurora wants, then fine. Follow us. We'll show you the way to the ranch. Be warned, it's a 2-hour walk, so you'd better have everything ready before we get going. Do you? Man, you guys are dressed in the weirdest clothes I've ever seen. Lady Aurora sure does love her novelties, doesn't she? I should have given those guards like the most stereotypical London accent ever. You got a license for that, mate? Not very happy to see us now, are they? They probably think of us as a bunch of annoying pests moving in on their beloved Lady Aurora. Oh, well, even so, that doesn't change the fact that they're helping us. We should be grateful to them for that. Come on, Tuhu. I'm afraid we won't be able to talk for a while, but at least that should help us make a good time, or make good time. Oi, mate. 18 naked cowboys at Ram Ranch. We're here. This is the West Human Ranch. That's right. We used to live here too. We were assigned to a horrid fairy who robbed us of everything we had, down to our dignity before throwing us away like so much trash. Us stray humans had nowhere to go until Lady Aurora took us in. We became soldiers so that we could win the freedom Lady Aurora showed us was possible. We support overthrowing the Queen, too. But we're nothing like the trendy rebel army who's counting on the so-called Child of Prophecy to bail them out. Rebel army? I've heard them mentioned before. Does that mean there's an anti-Queen movement outside of Salisbury too? Yep. The rebel armies are situated out in the old castle ruins out east. They claim to want to free all of Britain, and they even have the gall to call themselves the Round Table. Still, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're led by a human who actually survived against Lancelot in a joust in Camelot. Morgan herself offered him a reward, saying that he'd proved himself an equal to a Tamlin. Let's see. I think his name was Percival? Percival of the White Light, the man who reached the limits of human ability. Morgan was so impressed with him that he commanded him to join her forces in Camelot, even though he's human. But instead he refused her command and formed the rebel army. Hey, that's enough. It's too dangerous to stay here for any longer. If anyone sees us here, Lady Aurora's the one who'll pay the price. Let's just ditch these backwater ferries and head back to Salisbury already. Well, I take it that means you guys were only here to show us the way, and that sneaking into the ranch and looking for a companion is entirely our job? You're damn right it is. Hell, you should be thanking us for just for taking you this far. The Wind Clan might be good at everything, but they don't have the right temperament for combat. If Morgan ever thinks they're rebelling against her, Lady Aurora is as good as dead, along with all of Salisbury. Even knowing that, Lady Aurora still asked us to help you. So, you listen to me. Whatever you do, don't you dare mention Salisbury if you get caught. Got that? You better not bite the hand that fed you. Why was that so hard to say? You better not bite the hand that fed you. Not if you have any pride at all in being human. Percival Gigachad. Percival Gigachad. Percival is the new what's his name? Percival, the new Karna. Yeah, Karna. Okay, let's discuss our next move. I just finished analyzing the ranch's interior structure. From outside? From what I can tell, there are 6 big factories in the middle of the complex and about 30 smaller ones. I didn't sense any heat sources in the big factories, so those are probably shut down now. but the small factories have lots of heat signals. Seems to be about 60 humans inside. What do you think? What do you think, Tuhu? If we scale the castle walls, we could probably sneak inside without the guards spotting us. You're really efficient. I was like, huh? How did you figure all that out so fast? Did you perhaps, you know, trace the castle? Efficient? Me? Oh no, I'm really not. This is just a little spell that lets you see inside a building by hitting the walls with a magical energy wave and seeing how things inside react to it. Oh yeah, it's just that simple. Just tap the wall. Just touch the wall. It's just that easy. It's the most basic thievery spell Merlin taught me. He said I would definitely need it at some point, and looks like he was right. That does take me back. It seems Merlin never changes, no matter what world he's in. What world he's in. You still have your connection to Mash through your contract, Tuhu. Can you sense anything? If you can, that'd be the fastest and easiest way to find her. Yeah, clearly she's wall hacking. Then there are probably too many crossed lines to say for sure. Honestly, I'm feeling the same thing. There are just way too many contracts going around Fairy Britain. Maybe whenever a fairy takes possession of a human, they form a bond that's similar to a servant contract. If I'm right about that, then the only way we'll know whether Mash is here is if we just see for ourselves. Tristan, do you think you can carry Tuhu and Artoria up the castle wall? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll get up there with my own roller skates. The fuck? Of course. It'll be the quietest and most graceful liar work you'll ever see. Both of you, over here, please. Then I'll lead the way. The western wall is the most lightly guarded right now, so let's go in from there. Artoria, I assume those large factories you spoke of earlier are those complexes, and the small ones are those homes. That's right. Humans kept at ranches are like these are shipped out with their creativity intact, so they should be confined in houses rather than pens. Just ignore the large factories. We won't find Mash in there. It's not birthing season yet, so there shouldn't be anything inside them. Huh? Huh? Is this a fucking RPG Maker game all of a sudden? Jesus. Nasu been playing too many fucking RPG Dungeon Maker games, man. A surveillance familiar. It must have been disguised as a street lamp. I can't believe I messed up again. I'm sorry, everyone, but we need to take it out right now before it calls in reinforcements. What are we, livestock? I mean, it makes sense considering how humans are treated. So. But like, yeah, fucking Lost Belt 6 is an entire fucking fetish chapter, man. Yeah, these fucking degens. These fucking degenerates. Yeah, try to avoid spoilers in chat, boys. I've already had to ban one guy for spoilers, and technically it wasn't even a spoiler to begin with. So you don't want me shooting you know, you don't want me shooting you for accidentally thinking that you put in, you know, spoilers for me or something. Damn, look how much Morgan charged up there. You still plan to grail Morgan? Yes, absolutely. Currently my plan is to grail Koyanskaya first though. I want to get Koyanskaya to level 100, then Morgan to level 100, and then finally Castoria to level 100 too. Those three for sure. And then I'll start working on, like, for example, Koyanskaya Light 120. Actually, no, I also want to get Koyanskaya Dark to 100 as well. I forgot about Koyanskaya Dark at New Year's. Is there a reason why you grail your supports instead of damage dealers? Not really. You should be grailing, if you care about grailing for stats, you should be grailing your DPSs instead. Admittedly, there's not much of a gameplay reason to grail your supports. If you see grailed supports, type servants, like Castorias or Scotties or Waivers, that just means either they really like it, or if you see like a level 92 Waiver somewhere, they're trying to farm friend points. But no, grails are much better used on actual DPSs. If you see grails on support characters, then it just means that whoever did that just really likes them. Sounds like grail casting can't come fast enough for you. Yeah, man. I wish we got that early, but likely not. Let's see. Damn, they just keep coming. There must be a fairy close by making more of them or something. Can you find them too? I'd do it myself, but I got my hands full with these familiars. Level 100 is for farming friend points. At this point, yeah, you don't really see 92 characters anymore because, yeah, a lot of people have at least level 100 they're like their support characters. But for the first couple of years of FGO, at least NA, I don't know how it was in JP, but for NA, it was like a real thing that people used to do where they would give just one grail to their support caster and just leave them at that. So that way their character, their support servant would be able to filter up to the top, and more of their people's, more friends from their friends list would be able to see them. So, fuck those people. Additional HP doesn't really mean much when dealing with bosses, though. They'll just outdamage your HP anyway. I disagree. I still think that there is a reason to grail for stats for supports, because remember, they do get quite a bit of HP from grail stats. It's just that HP stats are not as important as attack stats in FGO. You'd much rather have attack stats in a game like FGO because your attack scales harder. The more a servant's damage output scales a lot harder with them having more attack compared to, you know, oh, your servant's having more HP. That being said, though, if you combine, like, normally, yeah, like even just like a couple of HP increases shouldn't matter, especially against tough bosses that'll just one-shot everybody anyway, like their MP or something. But there can be times when if you just give your servants enough HP, they can legitimately just tank stuff. They can just take an MP to the face and still be fine, or have a chance of surviving. Because remember, at this point in the game, we have, what, 1k foes, right? The initial 1,000 foes. We also have gold foes, and we have 120, right? 120 Grail stats now. And, don't forget, most people won't do this, but you can still get like an HP CE to level 100, right? And if you get an HP CE to level 100, that's 3,000 extra HP. So you combine that all together, right? That's 2,000 HP from foes and gold foes. 3,000 from a max level CE like 2020 or something, or 2030 or something. So that's already 5,000 extra HP right there. And then if you look up however much HP, like for example, Tamamo has at level 90, and compare that to how much she could potentially have, like at that point she's almost having like what, 20,000 HP or more than that. Like 20,000 HP is nothing to laugh at. Is nothing to scoff at. Like you can throw her, I can throw my level 120 Tamamo into fights, and that where it would be normally be a bad idea to run like a level 90 Tamamo, and she can reasonably live through it. I mean, you know, you can always get bad luck, and you know, she can get targeted really easily, or she can get, you know, hella targeted by enemy targeting RNG. But like it can make a difference. It's just you have to like give them a whole bunch of HP stats to actually make it matter. And for that amount of effort, you're better off, normally, in most cases, you're better off just, you know, leveling up a full attack CE, and then just leveling up a DPS instead. Because rather than trying to tank stuff, it's better if you just kill them, right? But yeah, it's not that HP is completely useless. Quite the opposite. It can be very useful, but you know, it's a better use of your time to level up like DPS characters instead, DPS servants instead. Pedozilla raid is out. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Hey, Nacho Kintoki, how's it going, man? Welcome back. You're correct. There's no sound at all coming from there. I suppose they think they've hidden themselves perfectly. But nothing can stand between my symphony and my enemy. How do you like your midsection cut into quarters? I actually have no idea what voice I want to give him. You, what are you people? Whatever you just did was neither human nor fairy. You're obviously not Moors, and you're not with the Round Table Army. Are you the child of prophecy then? Ha 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 ha! This is great. Things are finally going my way. I am Knight Grant. No mere child of prophecy's magecraft can ever hope to match our High Queen. High Queen Morgan herself bestowed this armor upon me. It will take more than a few swings of a sword to shatter it. Huh? Who's that? Who is that in there? Whoever they are, they're no ordinary fairy. Please be careful, everyone. I'm guessing this is one of the Tamlin we heard about. Oh yeah, their horse voice. Oh yeah, I could probably give him the horse voice. But then again, from the spoilers from the premiere video we saw earlier, I know for a fact that we're gonna see red hair at some point. So. So I'll reserve the horse voice for red hair, I think. Hey, congrats on your on your third multi Morgan, man. That's really lucky, Smedge. They even give Knight Grant his own unique sprite and everything, huh? Excuse me. High Queen Morgan gave you that armor, now it's time for her to break it. Nice, good art script there. He has a giant battle axe, proceeds not to use it. Huh, surprisingly, that guy didn't die from that. Surprising. So yeah, how many guts does he have left? One more, yeah. Alright then. Let's see you survive this. And that is how you get Morgan to loop 4 times in a row. Confirmed, Morgan is an arts looper, Keck W. Ooh, a scale of fantasy. I could give that to somebody, I think. There we go. Good. I can't believe it. A knight of Camelot falling to such insignificant whelps. Yeah, Morgan is an arts looper, guys. I did it. I really won. That Tamlin was super duper strong, but I still managed to beat him. And I couldn't have done it without all of you. I'm afraid that was almost certainly just an ordinary knight. For one thing, there was no Grant among the Knights of the Round Table. And for another, look over there. Oh crap, 3 more knights, each with the same incredible magical energy as the last one. And we were just barely a match for him alone. There was no way we could take on all 3, or take on 3 of them. Come on, 2, let's get out of here for now. Yeah, why is Castoria trying to gaslight us? There, we're through the gates. Squads 1 and 3 will take out Morgan's soldiers at the front. Squad 2, take control of the factories. Get our comrades out of there before they're disposed of. Also, why are they using the Roman legionnaires' battle sprites for this, or their art for this? Reinforcements in the castle gates. Damn it! So the child of prophecy was just a decoy. First, we need to take back the gates, and be careful. These soldiers are from the Londinium rebel army. Don't underestimate them. Some of them are armed with iron weapons laced with Moor's poison. Huh. Well now, I wasn't expecting reinforcements. That must mean the rebel army. That must be the rebel army we learned about earlier. Individually, they may not be as strong as fairies, but quantity is a quality all on its own. At this point, it's only a matter of time until they defeat those 3 fairy knights. So it would seem, man, that was too close for comfort. Still, once the rebels are done with the fairies, we can't be sure they won't turn their swords on us too. Come on, 2. Let's look for Mash while everyone's occupied. We should save making contact with the rebel army for after that. Can you show us where to go, Artoria? Right, of course. Don't worry, I'm a great lockpicker. And besides, Da Vinci is right. We can't be sure the rebel army will see us as allies. So, let's find Mash and get out of here before anyone else sees us. Yeah, what are the Romans doing here? I mean, to be fair, the Romans did invade Britain. Hadrian's Wall and all that. Alright, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, chat. Okay, we're back. Yeah, Roman's just doing Roma stuff. Well, damn. I should have figured the locks on the Queen's own facilities would be really tough nuts to crack. True. The Round Table Army did manage to open the other 29 houses in the time it took us to open one. I can't even claim credit for this one since the Round Table Army ended up opening it too. Now, cheer up, Artoria. I mean, as a tech genius myself, I definitely get how you feel. But the important thing is that all the humans being kept in these houses were freed. It's too bad we didn't find Mash, but that doesn't mean this was all a waste. At least now, we know she wasn't captured. And really, isn't that way better? Okay, everyone, this way, please. Don't worry, we have plenty of food and jackets to go around. We'll be on our way as soon as we've gotten everyone's names and checked you all for injuries. Also, if anyone knows about any other humans being kept here, please let us know. I can't believe it. It's an army of humans. An army of humans defeated the Queen's soldiers. Then the rumors of the Round Table Army were true. We don't have to do what they say anymore. We can go outside now? Really? But the knights said that the outside was so dangerous that humans would die instantly, and that we should stay here and study until we grow up. Let's see. 2 years. 2 years since I last got to go outside. I have to hurry back to Gloucester. I got separated from someone there, someone I care about deeply. That poor child. I only hope she was able to get by without me. I must say, I'm very impressed by this Round Table Army's leadership. They even took the knights they defeated into custody, sparing their lives instead of killing them. They are a properly disciplined army, not a lawless mob of killers. So, it was Percival, the strongest of all human knights, who formed the Round Table Army. How this gladdens me. While I'm sure that he isn't the same Sir Percival I knew, this other one is certainly doing his namesake proud. Oh, it's you guys. Thanks for your assistance earlier. It was a big help. We've been investigating this ranch closely for the past few months, so we knew its security would be light as today, but we definitely didn't know we wouldn't be the only ones making a move. I was especially surprised to see just the 4 of you manage to take out one of Morgan's knights. We were prepared to lose up to 20% of our soldiers, but thanks to you guys, we got off with no more than a handful of casualties. So which city's rebel army are you from? I don't think I've seen you around the south before. Are you from the north then? I heard there was some trouble up in Sheffield. Maybe that's where you're from? I'm sorry. Are you people really? Oh, I see. I forget that we're still the only ones who don't distinguish. We're still the only ones who don't distinguish between fairies and humans in our head counts. Sorry if I offended you when I counted all 4 of you the same. Oh, no. That's quite all right. Is everyone in the Round Table Army like you? Well, I don't know about that. We all have our own goals and our own way of thinking. But one thing we all have in common is our faith in our commander. We all agree that Percival's ideals are worth fighting for. He's always talking about how the child of prophecy will appear one day and how he wants to assemble as many like-minded allies as he can in the meantime. He says that way, when the child of prophecy finally does appear, there will be a firm anti-queen foundation in place to help take some of the heavy burden off their shoulders. But enough yammering from me. It looks like they're done with roll call, so we're gonna start escorting these people to Londinium. Want to come with us? We're always looking for more strong warriors like yourselves. That's right. We really appreciate the invitation, but we're actually trying to find a missing person right now. Gotcha. Well, that's too bad, but I understand. You all take care then. Hope you're able to find this missing person of yours soon. Want to come join us? No, you got something else to do? Okay. I understand. Have a great day. Or, well, how does that meme go again? The really fried image of the guy in the car driving the car. It's like, understandable. Have a great day, Giga Chad. Understandable. Have a great day. Tuhu, honestly, I'm impressed you were able to turn him down. While I would like to learn more about this Round Table army, finding MASH absolutely comes first. It's just not the right time to join forces with them just yet. Yeah, understandable. Have a great day. Have a nice day. Exactly. As I knew one of the original Knights of the Round Table would understand, you're a real gentleman's gentleman. Well, I am Tristan, child of sadness, not a knight who lives and dies on chivalry alone. That said, if Sir Bedivere were here too, I may have been forced to make a difficult decision. Get back! What kind of voice should I give Barghest? I actually don't know what kind of voice I want to give Barghest. And obviously I can't really do female voices very well either. Let's see. I guess I'll just give her a really aggressive voice, like usual. So, it was you attacked when security was at its lightest, huh? Devious of you, I'll give you that. But it won't win you the day. That's exactly the pathetic sort of conviction I expect from humans. If you thieves are gonna scuttle around in the shadows, you can't complain if you end up getting crushed under someone's boot. What's going on with this magical energy signal? I can't even get a reading on it. Squad 2, Squad 3, are you alright? Damn it, how many soldiers did we just lose? Are we the only ones who survived? That wall of flame, it can't be. So a few yet live. That flame would have consumed you all if we had been in an open field. But this ranch belongs to High Queen Morgan herself. I can't just raze it to the ground. So I'll crush the rest of you with my own horns. Go on, humans. Try to fight back. Show me that you're truly brave, and I'll be merciful. Show me you're cowards, and you'll have nothing from me. This can't be happening. What is she doing here? That great sword sheathed and wreathed in black flame, silver white armor, fairy-eating black dogs. It's Tamlin Gawain. Why is the queen's right-hand woman here? You. Bye-bye. If you refuse to take up your swords, then you aren't worthy to cross horns with me. We've captured all the escaped humans, Lady Gawain. We'll soon have the rest of these thieves captured as well. It'll be easy. We have 3 fairies for every human. No need for that. They're my quarry. I'll handle this myself. You too, huh? I thought you'd be different from the other humans. But it seems I was wrong. You're just like any other livestock in Fairy Britain. Grisly meat like yours won't even make a decent snack. Don't bother telling me who you are. I couldn't care less. The High Queen's told me all about you, girl. You must be the master from proper human history. Oh, spare me the surprise. The High Queen has told the Tamlin about the outside world you call proper human history. She's also commanded us to capture you alive if the opportunity presented itself. Huh, capture you, huh? How unlike her. Listen well, you shameless intruders. You uppity primates have a lot of nerve barging into Fairy Britain like you own it. Tell me, in your world, it's considered courteous to welcome visitors from afar, right? Very well then, take up your swords and I'll give you all the welcome you want. I am Gawain, Knight of the Fairy Round Table, sworn to protect Britain. Now, with this name bestowed upon me by the High Queen, I shall destroy you without mercy. Well, I mean, some people wouldn't mind. Some people wouldn't mind. Let's see here. All attacks from this unit are treated as berserker damage type. Okay. Let's see. She's got damage resist, but I don't know how much damage resist she's got, so we'll just go for this then. Going after the support Castoria first now, huh? Let's see here. We do this. Ow, fuck. Let's see. This will not put burn on her. We're gonna have to do our next NP is gonna have to deal burn damage. Assuming this even does anything. We'll see how much damage resist she's got. Looks like quite a bit. Yeah, she's only doing 45,000 damage. Yeah, looks like quite a bit. Hey, look, it's pretty high, yeah. To nobody's surprise. To nobody's surprise. Are we being sucked? Yeah, probably. It says that every at the start of Fairy Gawain's turn, every time one of our command spells is forcefully depleted. I actually wonder, does that mean that it legit depletes our command spells for the day too? Because that's actually kind of scummy if it does. I'd understand if it were like a story thing and it only applies for this battle, but alright, that's much better damage right there. Yeah, she's sucking us. It does. I'm assuming it actually drains all of our command spells like legitimately. I'm assuming that's what it does, but it's only for story. Okay. That's good, at least. Because, yeah, that would be pretty fucking scummy if it actually removed your command spells for the day. And you have to, like, legitimately regen them back. It's like, yeah, that would suck. It shouldn't do too much damage because we don't have the burn, or we don't have the arts buffs rather. Ooh, good target focus. Huh? Does she have a buff removal on an attack? Cause oh no, I forgot. I'm using Arctic Mystic Code, and evade is only for one hit. Forgot about that. A gorgeous blonde hottie in with huge tits and big armor is sucking us in public in front of our friends. Wow, that's a way to put things. Context. Context. Alright, there we go. Oh no, Da Vinci's dead. We're all dead. Stay with me, Tuhu. Oh no, she's seriously drained. I don't know how she's doing it, but that Tamlin is somehow eating her command spells. I've never felt feedback quite like this before. It's still completely pathetic, but there's something more to it. You there, that look, it's not fear or despair. Is that hatred? Good, you figured that much out at least. It's been a while, hasn't it? I could have gone my entire life without seeing you again and be happy. Oh well. I don't know you. I don't remember ever seeing a pipsqueak like you before. Are you some weed that I stepped on or something? Either way, don't talk to me again until you've grown more. It's the literal pain in the neck looking down to talk to you. Not that a runt like you's likely gonna do much growing. Why you? But enough talk. You intruders will get no mercy from me. I have no more time to waste on you. Die now, humans and servants alike. A bowstring? Indeed. A bewitched, unbreakable bowstring I can wield however I wish, to be more specific. You'll never be able to get past it, no matter how strong you are. So it would seem. Is this one of the Wing Clan's threads? I'm surprised there were any still left. But so what? You don't actually think you can defeat me with this now, do you? Defeat you? No. Detain you? Yes. Da Vinci, Artoria, almost called her Altria. Artoria, take Tuhu and get her out of this town. I'll hold Gawain here and ensure she doesn't come after you. You got it. Honestly, it's not going to be easy, but I'll make sure she makes it out of here no matter what. Come on, Tuhu. I'll carry you in my mechanical arms. Stand up, Artoria. I'd carry you if I could, but I'm afraid I just can't. Huh? But what about you, Tristan? Don't worry about me. It would seem this is where I die. Huh? You're not serious, right? You can't just throw your life away like that. Besides, you're too injured to... It's alright. Besides, this is the first time I faced down so Gawain like this. Besides, I've already thought of a trump card I can use against her. If it all works out, I should be able to catch up to you soon enough. That said, I'm afraid I can't use it with all of you here. Go, my king. Please, hurry. You are still at the beginning of your journey. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, follow me. If you can't keep up, I'm gonna leave you behind. You get that, right? It would seem like this is where I die. Let me guess. You've decided to sacrifice yourself to let your companions escape. Oh, come now. That should have gone without saying. You really are Sir Gawain. Your body is strong and hard as a rock. Phrasing. But then, so is your head. And tell me something. Are all servants like you? Pawns who are willing to throw their lives away for their master because they fear neither death nor what it is to truly live? That's rich, coming from Gawain, or coming from Barghest. I don't know that I put it that way. Even servants hope to avoid death. In fact, I'd say we feel death even more than we did when we were alive. For we heroic spirits know all too well how miraculous it is to be summoned. We know that this opportunity will never come again, or may never come again. We know how rare it is to be granted dreams even after death. Most of all, we know what dying feels like. We know how painful, how bitter, how sad it can be. You may think that we can bear it because we've experienced it before, but you would be wrong. Death is something living things can only bear once. To suffer the pain of my own death over and over, or to make others grieve my passing several times, is simply more than I can take. If I may confide, I'm hoping you'll let me escape with my. If I may confide, I'm hoping you'll let me escape with my life. Well, beloved, whether you live or die here is entirely up to you. The only one I mean to kill is your master. If you're willing to stand down, I'm willing to let you go. It would be a shame to waste this impressive technique of yours. Even if your master were dead, you could still live a good life here in Fairy Britain. No, sir, no, Tamlin, Gawain, I could not. That is why I'm going to stop you. It is the least I can do to repay the debt I owe to the one who trusted in my knighthood, even when I was fighting against her in a moment of weakness. I know nothing of your life or circumstances, and I confess I don't care a whit about your idea of justice. My only interest is in using this life of mine for the one I love, no matter what it takes. Eyes open. Oh, here's that scene from the premiere. You tie my whole body up with string? When did you do that? But so what? If you think a mere human can hold me down, you're... What is this? How is this even possible? How did you put these strings all over town without any magical energy? I never even saw you move your hands. Now we're into bondage. Oh god. Indeed, these restraints rely on weight, not strength. The mass of this very town, this culmination of human technology, is what holds you in place. Thanks to our earlier battle, I know very well how strong you are, and I know you cannot break these restraints with brute force alone. I may no longer have the fingers on my right hand, but I still have my mouth. Now, otherworldly knight, prepare to face the full force of my airstrike. Airstrike? Airstrike? Where do you call him? We have an air force? The sprite goes hard. Yeah, too bad we can't see his right hand though. It would go harder if we could see his right hand missing all his fingers though. What? You say it's lowly human technology that holds me in place? That does it. You deserve to die a miserable death after all, servant. I'm gonna dash any hopes you had of this pathetic this pathetic trick working. Ooh, and we even get a cutscene here too. I mean, it's just stock animation, but you know, it's still cool, I guess. Actually, how can he shoot his bow if he no longer has fingers on his what is it? Fingers on his hand. I know he says he's using his mouth, but then again, his sprite is not actually being animated properly. Don't need an air force when you are the strike. True. Where's the Air Force? I am the Air Force. I am the Air Force. And now he's dead. Are you hurt, Lady Gawain? And what are we going to do about the wrench? Don't worry about it. I'll take full responsibility when reporting to Her Majesty. Now, gather all our fastest runners and go after that human and servants who managed to escape. You should be able to catch up to them much quicker than me right now. I'll join afterward. Don't worry. I'm not just saying it like that idiot knight did a moment ago. Once you catch up, surround and restrain them, but don't kill them until I get there. Yes, Lady Gawain, consider it done. That hurt more than I expected. My whole body is still a little numb. I should have asked the man's name. He deserved that much before I killed him. Hold on. What was that whinny? Who could this be? Sorry, I'll explain later. Right now, we need to get away from the fairies chasing us. Can you stand? Can you run? Okay, I'm gonna put you down then. Now, run for it. How can Earth Clan fairies be so fast? They're almost on us, Da Vinci. Damn it. And after Tristan managed to buy us some time. But what can we do? There's nowhere to hide out. Huh? What's that sound? Oh good, I made it. I heard you guys were in trouble, so I figured, hey, Fairy King Oberon to the rescue. You guys know what carriages are, right? Great, then get in. I'll catch you all up later. Huh? As in a carriage? As in a carriage? Like the kind only clan heads are allowed to use? That's right. Tools that exploit animals are prohibited by British law. But there are some fairies out there who voluntarily provide such labor themselves. My name's Redra Bid, the Fey Horse. I'm a Fang Clan fairy who's always been fascinated with carriage culture. I usually serve Lady Aurora, but just this once I agreed to serve Lord Oberon as well. Something tells me this is fate at work, so why not sit back and see how a great carriage ride can be? Fang Clan, but horse? There's a whole lot that I like to comment on here, but for now I'll just say, great timing, Oberon, haha. Come on guys, get in, get on. Those soldiers will never catch us now. Huh, clever of them. Do you know who that carriage belongs to? No, my lady. One of our soldiers used to build carriages, but he said he didn't recognize the design. He thinks one of the clans must have made it without the High Queen's permission. I'm so sorry we couldn't be of more help. No matter. Call the soldiers back. We're returning to Camelot. Are you sure, my lady? I don't have the time to go around chasing after rats. No, scratch that. They're not even rats. Britain is the High Queen's garden, and no garden is entirely free of pests. I just let my temper get the better of me this time. Next time we meet, I'll grind them beneath my boot. Assuming I ever do meet them again, of course. We have someone much better at squashing bugs in any case. Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot? Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot, the strongest Tamlin in all of Britain. She'll crush those bugs in no time, no matter where they might try to hide. Why are you talking about Lady Lancelot in front of Lady Gawain, you idiot? Have you got a death wish? Forgive me, Lady Gawain. I meant no disrespect. You are, of course, the strongest of the Tamlin. It's alright. You're correct. She is the strongest. But watch your tongue next time. She's not the strongest of the Tamlin. She's the strongest creature in all of Fairy Britain. She isn't even in the same category as us. Do remember that. Yes, my lady. I'll never forget it again. Good. Now, bring the captured humans here so I can deal with them before we leave. Time to murder them all. Please, wait, you've got it all wrong. This wasn't our fault. Those soldiers opened our doors without asking. I told them we didn't want to go. Please, don't kill me. I'll never hope for freedom again. I still have 10 years left. Doesn't that make me a valuable slave? Please, just spare my... Ah! And he's turned into a dog. Know your place, dog. Any human who so much as thinks about running away is worthless, even as a slave. This new form suits you much better. By the time I'm done breaking you in, maybe you'll be ready to rejoin your fellow human slaves. And he's turned into a dog. Zergling. They're like zombies now. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we got 3 scales of fantasy. There go the hiccups. Alright, there we go. Hiccups. Alright, more scales of fantasy for Castoria's Appen skills. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta burn more of our embers here. Let's see. We want to burn... We don't need the saber embers. Oh, we probably don't need the berserker embers, so we'll just burn those. Yeah, real soon. We'll just finish off on this last quest, chat, and then hopefully this one isn't too long. We'll see how long this one is, though. I mean, considering it seems to be called Fragment, I'm assuming this will take me a while to read through, but yeah. We'll just, we'll end on this act, or we'll end on this fragment, and then we'll start up Act 4 next time, the next time we do Audiobook Simulator. Fate Go, thanks for the 100 bits. Guess who got MP Morgan, 2 Morgan on your 30th multi-roll? Jesus. You got lucky, you said you got lucky on your 3rd multi, right? It took you another 27 multis to get your 2nd? Ugh. Sorry to hear that, man. But at least congrats on MP2 Morgan, at the very least. The cart's even heavier than usual. Come on, let's just get rid of that weapon. Let's just get rid of that weapon already. No buyer's gonna want something that scary looking. Oh wait, these are the Orc Bros, right? The Orc Bros? What kind of voice did I give the Orc Bros again? Don't be ridiculous, bro. You're gonna make Annis, tear up again. Don't you remember how grateful she was when we agreed to bring that weapon along too? I definitely remember how happy you were when she took your hand. What'd she say that was called back, when it was called back when where she comes from? Handshake? Hey, thanks for the additional 100 bits. MP3 Morgan, 2-on-1. Oh, okay, well, at least that's much better. Keck W, still no Gawain, but at least MP6 Tristan. Yeah, at least that's much better. And I thought it was only MP2. But MP3? Yeah, that's actually on average then. Yeah. MP3 and what, 900 cent quartz? So yeah, pretty on average. But yeah, at least that the double Morgan roll saved your average there. So, also Blazing, thanks so much for the 34-month resub, man. Welcome back. How you liking Lost Belt 6? I'm liking it a lot. It's been going good. Yeah, 0 Gawain. Yeah, 4-star rate ups. Am I right? But yeah, hopefully you get Gawain later then, or Bargus later. They got everything under the sun in Norwich, and I know they love the trends in Gloucester, but I've never heard of any custom like that before. If you're feeling tired, Rob, would you like me to take over? I can still pull a cart even without my memories. No need. I can manage fine on my own. You just keep resting up, Annis. We're almost to Gloucester, and I want everything to look its best. An Amnesia girl and 3 stingy fairy peddlers named Rob, Wag, and Winky. Together, these strange bedfellows made their way further and further north from the nameless woods. Bedfellows? The fuck? What are you trying to imply? The peddlers thought to sell the girl to a ranch along the way, but Rob, who hated woodwoes, the head of the Fang clan, would have none of it. Oh, she was meant to go to the ranch, but they didn't find her because one of the Orc brothers changed their minds, or didn't want to go. Okay. He insisted that anyone so violent didn't deserve a beauty like Annis, and that was the end of that. Way to go, big bro. Little pup. Oh wow. Wow, I've never seen that expression on MASH before. Her eye is a lot bigger than it's usually drawn. Oh wow, I can see a city off in the distance now. What is it like there, Winky? That's Gloucester, Annis. Pretty impressive, right? It's a special place, even for Britain. It's an upper-class city run by the head of the Wing clan, Murray and Adored, and that's all about trends, brands, and joy. You can get anything you want there as long as you can pay for it. Lovers, slaves, fairies, humans, everything. There I go, choking my own fucking throat again. Not that it's really my kind of place. All the fairies who settle down there are posers and fucking trend followers. Most of the stuff there is just gold-plated hunks of dirt, anyway. It's all shine, no substance. Really? But I thought you were really proud of your Gloucester knife. That's exactly because it's a fake. A real knife that nice? I'd be too afraid of breaking it to actually use it. Now I see. That does sound just like you, Winky. You don't like Gloucester, Winky? Then why'd you pick this route? I'm scared of the Norwich Calamity too, but we could just gone there instead. What are you, stupid? We can't use any eastern routes this time of year. The rainy season just ended, so the Dracus is, if that's how I pronounce it, territory will be at its biggest now. Hell, I hear they still haven't even fixed the Norwich Bridge yet, so Gloucester's our only choice. Though believe me, I am not happy about having to bow and scrape to that show-off Murrian. you two really like this Murrian person, don't you? Where'd you get that from? I just said I hated her, right? But you look so kind when you were talking about her. I'm almost a little jealous. Check it out, bro. Winky's so flustered he's coughing. So am I, but for a different reason. Why so embarrassed, Winky? You ashamed of the truth or something? Shut up. It's not like that. Anyways, did you hear about that big kerfuffle in Camelot? They say an assassin snuck in about 10 days ago to try and kill High Queen Morgan. Yeah, I did. I heard they fought through a ton of soldiers all alone and made it all the way to the throne room. From what I heard, not even Lady Gawain or Lady Tristan could stop them. But then Lady Lancelot flew in and beat the shit out of them, right? Apparently they had a badass mid-air battle, but ultimately the assassin got dropped in the pit. Whoa, Lady Lancelot really is something else, isn't she? Gawain, Tristan, Lancelot. What's up, Annis? You getting motion sick or something? Hey, Rob, take it easy. The ride's too rocky for her. No, it's not that. It's just... I just have a little headache. When I heard those names, my chest got a little tight. Can I ask what kind of people these fairies are? Oh, right. She said she might have known some of the Tamlin herself. Probably better if we don't say anything here, then. You mean you don't know, Annis? Those are the great Tamlin, the Knights of the Round Table. There's Gawain, the most feared Tamlin in all of Britain. Tristan, the most hated Tamlin of all of Britain. And Lancelot, the most beautiful Tamlin of all of Tristan. Or, on all of Tristan? What? In all of Britain. Most beautiful sausage. We couldn't do business without those three taking care of the Moors for us. Well, not that Tristan ever does much to keep us safe. Hell, I'm more scared of her than I am the Moors. That's why I never go to New Darlington if I can help it. Wag, the younger brother, smiled innocently, all while Rob and Winky were afraid that he might jog Annis's memories. Then, all of a sudden... Black dogs? This is all your fault, Wag, you idiot. These things wouldn't be here if you hadn't talked about Tristan. Just lead the cart and run for it before they eat us alive. You two, Annis, get away from them. I'll hold them off as long as I... I don't know why you're attacking us, but I'm not gonna let you hurt anyone. You want to pick on somebody, pick on me. Yeah, pretty sus, Nasu. I mean, we don't call him a perverted eggplant for nothing. Nice touch that they're using her old sprite, I believe. That's kind of sus too, Nasu. I wish my mash could do 10,000 damage AoE with her extra attack. Why can't our mash do that? Yeah, AoE, yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, I'm still predicting that we're gonna get a servant eventually where they have an NP that doesn't do any damage, but it changes their attacks to AoE attacks. It'll happen one day. Thank goodness. My body just moved on its own, but it looks like everything worked out. Is everyone all right? Huh? The girl stuck her shield in the ground with a resounding thud and turned to face the fairies. She was greeted with stunned stares from all three, and who could blame them? They had never seen such a graceful knight before. That was amazing! I can't believe you sent all those black dogs packing by yourself. Black dogs are some of the most despised creatures in all of fairy Britain, drawn to the putrid smell of death and decay. They are of the unseelie court. Evil fairies unaffiliated with any of the 6 clans. They come and go at a moment's notice. and the only species of fairy in Britain who feeds on their own kind. Wait, hang on. How can she be this strong? Maybe she's the child of prophecy. Huh? Come on, Rob. There's no way that... how else do you explain it? She's got an iron shield, iron armor, and you saw for yourself how strong she is. She's gotta be at least as strong as a Tamlin. If this ain't special, then nothing is. Yeah, you gotta be the child of prophecy, Annis. You just saved our lives and everything. Huh? The child of prophecy? Me? Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it. The child of prophecy is gonna defeat the queen and save all of Britain. She's the savior we've all been waiting for a long time. She's gonna save all the fairies. Rob, the greedy older brother, and Wag, the innocent younger brother, began excitedly telling the girl about the Mirror Clan's prophecy. One did so with calculated intention, the other because he truly believed it. But when the Amnesia girl saw them so happy, she thought whatever she must be talking about must be a good thing. Haha. And inadvertently began to believe it herself. Surely I must be the child of prophecy, right? Idiots. You're gonna regret this. Even lies have a way of coming true. If the rest of the world starts believing Annis is the child of prophecy, that's it. We're done for. It'll only be a matter of time until someone even greedier than us takes her away. He's aware. He's aware. Aware. Anyways, let's see. Ooh, we can collect all these. There we go. Let's see. We still gotta do. Okay, we just need to do one more friend point. Get our weeklies done. He is aware. But yeah, I think we'll stop here because obviously, the server's about to go down for maintenance, so. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying Lost Belt Simulator. But yeah, if you guys, so quick reminder, chat, make sure to tune in tomorrow. We will be having Pocket Wars. Yeah, might as well call it that at this point. Whale Wars, the Pocket Chalk tomorrow at 5:30 PST. 5:30 PST. So save the time. 5:30 at Pacific Standard Time tomorrow. So in about 12. In about how many hours is that? 9 o'clock. 19 hours? Yeah. So in about 19 hours, 19 and a half hours, sorry. So yeah, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow we will have Whale Wars with Pocket Chalk. So yeah, tune in for that, chat. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying Lost Belt Audiobook Simulator. Yeah. Very long so far. It's taken me what, like 3? How many Audiobook Simulator days have we had so far? I think this is our 3rd day. So we're barely on our 3rd day, and we're only on what, section 4. So yeah, very long stories, obviously. Want to watch Pocket die of excess sodium? Nah, both of us are gonna gonna be inflicted with hypernatremia tomorrow. But yeah. Take care, boys. We'll see you guys in 9 sections part 1. Okay, gotcha. And that's only part 1 too. We still got like part 2 and part 3 to go. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Whale Wars. If you guys are staying up or you plan on taking a nap real quick and getting up when Melusine comes out, then yeah. Best of luck to you guys. Best of luck with your Melusine rolls. And yeah, again, make sure to stop by tomorrow for Whale Wars. Other than that, I think I'll just let you guys go. I know Pocket Chalk is also ending your stream right now too, so I'm just going to let you guys go. No raid today, but yeah, take care, everybody, and make sure to have some good luck. Well, I mean, if we could, we would. But good luck on everybody's rolls for Melusine, either later tonight or tomorrow at some point. But yeah, catch us tomorrow, boys. Peace.